Greetings, fellow Earth travelers. Oblyx here, coming at you today from Project Ozone Lite. How y'all doing today? So, guess what we're working on today? Did you guess? It might have something to do with what's in the frame right now. It might be glowing in different colors.
Shut up and sit down.
Yeah, we're going to work on our AE2 system, and today I'm going to do something I've never done before. Yep, today we're going to build a wireless AE2 setup. Now, not this guy that lets us access our inventory all over the planet, which is awesome. But no, today we want to bridge the divide. We have our beautiful purple dome here, and we have the awesome red dome over here. And we know all of our processing of material is going to be done right here in the red dome. So we need to get everything from over there to over here, and everything from here to over there. So this is kind of a long way. My base is a little bit big. So I could start over there in the purple dome and run cables all the way around the torus to the green dome, and then come back to the purple dome and run cables all the way around to the red dome, and then come back to the purple dome and run cables all the way around to the blue dome. That's a lot of cables and a big old pain in the tushka, and I only get a few channels. So today I want to work on setting it up wirelessly. Now, I know before the comment section comes alive, the AE2 stuff has a wireless system. I know. Trust me. I know. Trust me. Trust me. I may have seen one before. Just saying. But I've done that before. And I was gonna do it here, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. We're gonna go old school, and we're gonna do it true AE2 style. So if your pack doesn't have AE2 stuff in it, you only have Applied Energistics 2, then you'll know how to do it. So what we're going to do is build some of these quantum rings, some quantum leak chambers, and some singularities. So first thing we want to get started with are these singularities, because they're a bit of a beast. We're going to need to make a 64K ME component and one of these matter condensers, which the matter condenser itself is pretty easy. So let's go ahead and get that going. See, yep, got everything for that. Awesome. Now we need to make our 64K storage component. Luckily, we have an autocraft for that. So we'll fire up the machines. Big Bertha. Nope, it didn't go to Bertha. Where'd it go? Is it already done? Oh, kind of already had one. Hee 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 hee. Oops. So let's get underneath. I don't know if this guy needs to be connected or not, or if he can just be tossed on the ground. Let's see. I'm betting he has to be connected. We'll put our storage component in here, and we need to make something to feed a lot of material into there. So I'm thinking, you know what? We're not even going to make one. We have a bunch of them. We're just going to snag one for the short. I'm thinking CobbleGen. CobbleGen produces a lot of material very quickly. And you know what? If this thing doesn't need... I have an idea. Oblyx has an idea. Never a good thing. Nope, never ever. If this thing doesn't need to be connected, if it will work without power, which it kind of looks like it might. Again, I've never done this before, so I don't know for sure, but I'm thinking we'll try. Just popping that out, which totally irritated our system. Our system's like, no! Popping that in, popping that in. And it is feeding just ridiculous amounts of cobblestone into here. Nice. And when it hits 524,288, we should get a singularity. So we're just going to let that cook for a while. Yeah, I think that's the fastest way to feed items into there. Let's just let all these CobbleGens go to work. And it doesn't seem like all of them are working, or is that just a rendering glitch? It may just be a rendering glitch. It does look like these aren't working, doesn't it? Maybe not, because he had 64. Huh. Yeah. These down here aren't working either. Maybe this is the max this guy can accept at a time. Oh well, we'll just let him crank away for a little while. We'll pop that here so we don't lose it, because we'll want to go back in. We're up to 29 octadic, and you know what we haven't checked in a while? We do need to check. Look at this shiny object. I'm all over the place. We're going to the green dome because we are going to check on our Terra Shatter. Yep. It has been a while. It is still there. Charging up. Let's take a look and see where it's at. Oh, we've reached SS. That is a beautiful sight. Now, we just cannot go forward without playing with this thing. It's a requirement. We must play with this thing because it is cool. So I'm going to build a mana mirror. We have a tablet on us, and I probably am going to be out twigs. Yeah, need twigs. Because what this will allow is, you know, a mana tablet holds a certain amount of mana, and that's it. A mana mirror lets you connect permanently to a mana pool. So as long as that mana pool is getting recharged, you're always going to have more mana. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to connect this mana mirror to that mana pool by shift right clicking. Now if you notice, my mana mirror is white. When I shift right click, it turns blue, and I get a mana listing above it. Awesome. Now I can go anywhere, any place, as long as that's loaded, which it is. It's chunk loaded, so it'll stay working all the time. As long as that's chunk loaded, my mana mirror will stay full of mana. Or will at least draw from that pool. I can't actually clean out the entire pool. So let's take a look at what the Terra Shatter can do. And I'm just going to fly off here, off in the distance. Here's a good spot. So there you go. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that just the coolest thing ever? Y'all are impressed, right? In awe? Stunned? Staggered? Disbelief? I mean, is that not the most amazing pickaxe ever seen by anyone? Okay, I kid. That's the regular mode. Regular old boring pickaxe mode. So you can just carry it, and what it's doing is using, instead of durability, it's using mana. So as long as you have mana, this thing will just keep running forever and let you pick all the picks you want to pick. Right? Now, if I shift click this pick, we get a very cool sound, and you see the pick changes. It's like dripping mana, or green mana. If I shift right click again, it turns off and becomes bog standard pick again. Now, what happens, you say, when it becomes the drippy pick? Well, let's see. Besides the cool sound, that is. It harvests a large area at one time, and it doesn't really even care what the material is. It just says, oh, you want all that? No problemo. Now, are there better tools in the game? Sure. Are there worse tools in the game? Sure. Is this a cool one? Absolutely. Love it, love it, love it. And I believe it's a 15 by 15 area that it will harvest. Clean up these entities so they're just not all over the ground. But yeah, you can make pretty short work of getting down to bedrock if you so choose. Or flying into lava, whichever comes first, because, you know, I'm kind of heading that direction. Yeah. How awesome is that? Now, in addition to the singularities, I did mention we will need to make some of these. So we need, I forget how many. We need them on both sides. I think it's 4 per side, maybe. It's either 4 or 8 per side. I don't know which. But I have... Oops. Set up an autocraft, because, yeah, I don't like building things for myself. And we'll just let that cruise. I will build these myself because you only need 2 of them. You need 1 on each side. So we're going to have to make these Fluix pearls. And oops, looks like we're going to need some more glass. This is the quartz glass. Okay. Quantum tunneling. Nice. Now, these definitely do need to be connected via cables. So what I'm thinking, I'm going to want eventually 1 in each dome if they work out for us. Again, never used them before, so we may try them and hate them, but we'll see. So need 1 for the green, need 1 for the blue, and 1 for the red over there that Optifine's making so you can't see. One bad thing about Optifine, because it puts the fog, you can just, it really kind of hides that. I know it's adjustable, but kind of leaving the default settings. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put the blue one over here where the dome would be. I'll put the green one over here and the red one over here, so that everything kind of lines up with where things would be naturally in the world. So the red is the most important to us right now. So I'm going to put it right here. And I think it is something like, do I want to go here in line with this maybe? Yep. Okay, so it is 8 you need. So we're going to need to make 8 more of those. Quantum ring. Let's go ahead and do 16. Well, actually, it would be... let's just do our 8 for now. We'll give that a minute. Now, in the interim, let's get some cable on this guy. And I'm going to put smart cable just because everywhere around this thing I've used smart cable or dense cable, either one. You can use just regular old Fluix cable. Now, see that I've connected it. It lit up so that says, okay, it's got power. And you see right now it's not using any channels. 0 of 8. And let's see now, we need to go, let's check this, is it done? Yes. So we can go put these over in the red dome while we're waiting on our singularities. Zoop. And I'm pretty much going to put it in the same relativistic place. It was like right in here somewhere. Do want it centered. Pop that in the center and boom. There we go. Nice. So now let's check on our singularities. Not even close. So I'm going to have to wait a while for this guy to get done. So let me just chill and let this happen. And I may craft up, we're going to need to get, I'm going to tear all of this down eventually. And I'm going to build a structure kind of like that to house all the machines. They're going to autocraft for us. So I may get to work on that, or I may start running dense cable around so that we have dense cable everywhere. For when we do get the machines up and running. So I'll work on one of those two things, I think, while we're waiting and letting this guy fill up. So I'll bring you back in a little bit. All right, so I'm back and I've been doing a little bit of work. Tried to emulate that house over there, or that little building. Basically just copied it over here, did the same thing, but this one is a double-sided, so like that one is right up against the glass, this one is not. And I kind of wish I'd done that over there, but maybe later. What we've got going on inside is basically just a simple path down the middle, a boatload of interfaces on both sides. We're going to have the pink channel here and the red channel here. Now this is dense cable, so it will hold 32 channels each, and this will hold 32 channels each. There's 46 interfaces in total, so what is that, 23 per side. We should be fine. We won't hit our 32 cap. And this is the slot where we're going to put the machines. Hello, random thing popping into my inventory. Fantastic. So we'll pop our machines here, and we're going to face them outward. Now the interface will push items into the machine. This conduit will pull the items out of the machine. I could put importers, an import bus from Applied Energistics all along the bottom here with some more of this dense cable. I would need to run another 2 channels, another different set of colors. and come along the end, but we don't really need to do that. We just want to get the items out of the machines and into our system. So we're just going to pull them out with these Ender IO item conduits, and we're going to flush them into this chest right here. So we do need to set this guy to insert, like so. So we're just going to push all the items into this chest, and we're going to put an import bus on this chest, so we'll only consume one channel instead of 46. Work smarter, not harder, as I say. And then, of course, we've got power cables running down there as well. Down the whole length, connected up to our infinite cables. If we don't have enough power, we'll tap some more infinite cables on there. But that's going to allow us to run 46 different machines with automation. We won't need anywhere near that, but I'd rather have too many than not enough. I mean, this is all the machines I want to automate at this point, though we'll probably add more down the road. Now, our singularities did complete. They're right here, and I'm cooking up a second set as we speak. I did forget to switch the setting. There's a couple of different settings you can push it to. See, it just finished a singularity, and now it's working on another one. So make sure you set it to singularity. There's a couple different things the matter condenser can make. Now, another thing we're going to need is ender dust. Now, to make ender dust, we need one of these quartz grindstones. Super easy to make. And we're going to need a wooden crank. We're going to pop that on top by shift clicking. And we're going to pop our ender pearls inside and just bap the hammer. Or, that's not a hammer. What the heck is that? Handle is what I'm trying to say. Till it stops turning. Right click, and there we go. Ender dust. Nice. Now we need to put... we want to make, let me show you what we want to make here, if I can find it, this guy. So we made these guys, singularities. Now we want to make quantum entangled singularities. And to do that, we want to put one singularity and one ender dust and cause an explosion. Now, AE has this tiny TNT, which supposedly limits the amount of things that go splody when you blow things up. But, you know, I don't trust it. So I want to make sure I go someplace safe to do this. You know, someplace that, you know, if it blows up, it's okay. So I'm going to go to my safe space. Here we go. This looks like a great safe space. Oh yeah, I did have some fun over here. If you haven't seen, go check out Mirrusky's video. I did some entertaining things. Ooh, ladder. Ladder down to... Nowheresville. Was that our squid farm, maybe? I bet that was our squid farm. Yeah, this looks like a great place to do a little splody testing. Yep. I think this is where we'll do it. Because why wouldn't you? I mean, that's what good friends do, right? They blow up each other's bases. Yep, well, you only live once. So we'll toss those two on the ground. We'll toss those two on the ground. No, don't pick them up. You jerk. Give that back. Stop it. Go home. Little goofball. Now, let's try this again. Oh, lag spike. Alright, we'll place those down. We'll place our tiny TNT and give it a little blasty. And I just picked everything back up. It blew up the base. Darn it. Alright, we're going to have to make more tiny TNT. Don't mistakenly make that one now. That would be a bad choice. you do some splody that not so good. Oops, need to turn off the magnet. Oh, he's so cute. Glad those didn't fall in the void. Nice. Got more than I needed. But hey, what you gonna do? Okay, we did lose a little bit of cobblestone. Oh no. I lost cobblestone. Oh no, the world's going to end because cobblestone. Yeah, right, whatever. So let's get on back to the house. Okay, so we've got our singularities freshly exploded. And we've got our quantum ring here and our quantum ring in the red dome, along with our link chambers. Now I do have a smart cable running between the controller and the quantum ring. It cannot be these sides. It does have to be one of these 4 sides. But you can use any face on those 4, but it's got to be one of these 4 blocks. So we've got one running there. That will give us power and our network to this guy. We're going to pop one of our singularities in here. And you get this kind of, I don't know, misty looking thing going on in there. Now let's head over to the other side. We're going to get these quantum rings linked together. So to the red dome we go. Pop down here, you're going to see some cable that runs over to our other side. It's not connected to anything yet. We'll do that here in a little bit. Now I do have power running down into this energy acceptor, which I can't remember if we looked at just a minute ago or not, but there we go, just to double show you. This side does need power. We've got the same ring, the same quantum link chamber. We'll pop our singularity in, and that's going to link this chamber with the other chamber. You see the same little particle effects. So now these 2 chambers are linked. And I can run channels out of this ring. Got to use the same 4 blocks like I did with the other one. Any of the faces. But I can run channels from here to wherever, and they'll wirelessly transmit them off to the other side. So now I want to get some specific channels. If you remember, when I set up these machines, I set up a bunch of interfaces. Well, I've dropped a red dense cable down from this side. Remember, dense cables hold 32 channels. And I dropped a pink one down from this side. These guys hold 32 as well. So we want to connect this pink and this red back over here, but I don't want to run dense cables the entire length. What we're going to use are things called P2P tunnels. And what they do is they allow you to take these 32 channels and compress them down to 1 channel. So this is just a smart cable. It only has 8 channels. There's no way it can carry these 32 channels and these 32 channels by itself. But with these P2P tunnels, it can. So we're going to pop one on the end of that red channel, or that red dense cable. We're going to pop one in on the end of that pink dense cable. We're going to grab some more smart cable and just make sure we connect these guys up. Like so. So now each one of them's connected and running all the way back over to our quantum ring. And we'll see if I look at this smart cable, you can see we're using 2 of 8 channels. So each one of these does take a channel. If I look here, you'll see 1 channel. That's that guy. This adds another one, so we're getting 2 channels right here. And that's going all the way back over to there. So now let's go connect up the other side and set our P2P. I was looking for the elevator in the floor, but it is not in this dome. But we'll set up our P2P channel on the other side as well. So we're going to come back over here to the purple dome, head down to our controller. remember we just have the one smart cable coming out. What we need to do is get some pink and some red coming out. And what I'm going to do is just pop them underneath right there. Pop the red there and the pink there. Then I'm going to slap these P2P tunnels. One right there and one right there. Nice. So what this does is take 32 channels out of the controller on the pink channel and pop them into this P2P. And this takes 32 channels out of this controller block on the red channel and pops them in here. Now I'm going to pop the smart cable across the front of these P2Ps and connect it to our existing cable. Now this had two coming out of him already. Now you notice he's got one, he's got one, he's got two. So 2 plus 2 should give us 4. Yep, 4 going into the controller. So now we need this guy, a memory card. If we shift right click him on the ground, he clears the card. Then if we shift right click a P2P, and we're going to do the red one first, then we go over to the other side. And now it said loaded device configuration. I don't know if that's right. We may have to come back and do this again. But we'll see here in a second. So we shift right click that side. And this side, we just want to right click. And we want to make sure we do the red one so they properly link. Yeah, device missing channel. It did not, you can't shift right click it one time. It looks like we're going to do it twice because for whatever reason it's squirrely. I thought that would be the case. Let's come back over here, grab our memory card. Remember, shift right click on the ground to clear it. Shift right click on the it's important you do the controller side of the P2P channel first. So see it says loaded device configuration. That's not what we want. We want copy device. So I'm going to do it twice. Shift right click it twice. Now, where's our floor thing? There it is. Come back over here to the red dome. Fall down to hoe. And we need to go over here. And we're just going to right click, no shift, just right click on our P2P. And notice it says loaded device configuration from memory card. And if we look in the top right corner, the one probe is showing us the device is online and it's linked to the output side. Nice. So if we look here, we see it's using 8 of 32 channels. Why only 8? I have no idea. That should be 1 per. Huh. It only did the first 8. I don't know why. We'll figure that out in a minute. There may be some limit to the number of machines you can chain together. I don't know. I've never found it if there is one. But we'll see. So that's 8 channels, and we're still only using 2 channels down here. So this is 8, this is 2. You see, it's not transporting them through here. Well, it is, but it's only using 1 channel to transport them. That's the power of the P2P tunnel. So now we got to go do the pink side. So let's get up out of here. I keep looking for the thing on the floor, and it's not on the floor in this dome. It is on the floor in the other dome, and it's confusing my brain. All right, let's zip over here. Let's drop it down. And we're going to clear our card by shift-clicking on the ground. We're going to click. That's loaded. That's not what we want. There we go, copied. Now we're going to fly back over to the red dome and load this configuration on the pink. So we'll pop into hole, come on over, and just right click. No shift, just right click. Give it a second because it's got to register. The system's got to figure everything out. Now you see it's online and link output side. Now let's see if this guy's 8 as well. He is. Interesting. So for whatever reason, it only likes to do 8 over here. Wonder if this interface can only do 8. Ooh, that's a thing. See, maybe, you see how it's 8 right here, but this guy's like showing, hey, I'm not even close to full. I wonder if it can only do 8 there. Like if we put more pink here. Like that. If that gets us 16? No? So maybe it's just each interface can only do 8. Now is that realizing that, hey, I've already used those? Let's just come on down here a little ways. Technically we shouldn't have to cable all those guys. That is definitely past the first 8. Let's try this. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this should be the 9th one. Alright, so I've done a little bit of, well, okay, I've done a whole lot of testing. And what I've found is that you can't go more than 8 machines out, or at least 8 interfaces anyway. If I put a gap in between each 8, then run the cables over the top, it does work. So I'm going to lose 2 interfaces on each side. But you do need that gap between each of those machines for it to work. But you can see we're up to, well, we start with 5, those 5 interfaces. We come down here, we add 8 more, so there's 8. So 5 and 8 is 13. Come down here, we add 8 more for 21. And same over here, 21 to 32. Now those are being converted by our P2P channels into just 2 channels. And coming all the way over here and being wirelessly shot over to the other side. So let's go take a look at the other side. No hole in, no elevator block in this one. Oblyx, come on now. If we go back to the purple dome and we jump down here, we can look and we see that this pink line has our 21 channels. We got 1 channel coming in. If I'm looking in the top left up there, we've got 1 channel coming into our P2P tunnel. Then it's converting that into the 21 channels of our pink line. And if we look over here, 21 channels on our red line. So awesome. We're sending a whole boatload of channels off to the other side and doing it all wirelessly through P2P tunnels and this quantum ring. Now in the next episode, we're going to make use of all that nonsense we just made. Yep. Because this is some crazy next level garbage. But I am afraid that that is all the time I got for today. As always, I sure do appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me. And until next time, get out there and make some noise. See ya.